Welcome back to A Happy Blasto. Today, my sump is open, which means it's maintenance day. And yes, that is a self-in down there. He's only down there for some punishment for killing 3 of my sunset antheus. So I'm going to have him down there, forget the rock work, eat some of my algae, and then I'm going to move him back up here in hopes that I don't have to re-catch him again. Because we all love doing that. But anyways, today's video is going to be about how to make a ghetto top-off system, an RO top-off system. It's actually very simple. I'm surprised more people don't use this method of auto top-offs, and I will explain why I like them and what's the benefits of using them later on in the video. But how about we jump right on into it, yeah? Alrighty, now let's start with a rundown of everything we're going to need. We're going to need our handy dandy drill bits, our rigid airline tubing or RO tubing. The word rigid is key for this project. If it's not rigid, it's not going to work, period. Then you have your ball valve, which is optional. You don't necessarily need to have a ball valve, especially if you just can't find one. It's not going to stop you from doing this project. I like it just for the fact that it will help you with your water changes. I am speaking from experience just for the fact that the one that I am currently using does not have one of these, and I hate water changes because of it. Some scissors if you need to cut some length, and obviously your bucket or reservoir. Obviously to hold your water. But I'm not going to be using this one on my tank. I'm just going to be using it just to show you how to make one of these in the video. You know, because of that really ugly rust stain right there. It's like, can't really use this for my tank for obvious reasons. But that's everything. Oh, except for a handy dandy refreshment, because you know that's always needed. But yeah, let us start with the type of drill bit you're going to need. I'm going to start with this one. I kind of know my drill bits a little bit, so this is the one I'm going to use. I'm going to put the camera down and show you why I am using this drill bit here. Now, why I'm using this drill bit right here is pretty simple actually. It's just the right size. It's not too big, not too small. You know, it's just the size of Montreal. We all remember that as kids. So all I'm doing is sticking in. The diameter is close to your RO line. That's what you want. You don't want it too small, or it's still gonna work. It's just gonna be a little bit more difficult on your end. So get it close to the diameter, but you still want it smaller than your RO line. So let's go ahead, put this in my drill, put the drill into the bucket, and I get a hole made. Now, where you want to make your hole is kind of up to you, really. I like to have it as low down as possible because, you know, that just gives me, you know, the entire bucket of usage. But you also have to consider that this is going to be laying down on the bottom of this. So you have to also make sure that this has the capability of actually sucking up water with a siphon. And that's pretty easy to do. You know, just use your common sense. Don't put it like way up here and think that you're gonna, you know, it's not gonna happen. You know what I mean? Don't put it all the way up here and put the line all the way to the bottom. You're just asking for your siphon to break and just annoyance. Just put it at the bottom. Make your life simple. So let's get this hole made, and yeah. Alrighty, not sure why, but the camera cut out there, but you see there's my hole. Right there. There's my hole. And all I'm going to be doing is taking the RO line and really just wedging it in there. Like, I'm not going to be caring about the fact that it's too small. In fact, that's what I want. I want to push this in forcefully so that it stretches out that hole a bit. Not sure why, but the camera kind of cut out there. But there you go. All you simply do push that in there, just like so. See how you can already see the bucket squeezing down onto the RO tube. That's what you want. You know, just sitting in there like so. So let's get some water in this, and I can pretty much show you that it's going to start just like this. Alrighty, we got water, we got our hose, and we got our ball valve. Let's turn the ball valve on. Bam! Gravity takes over, and that is exactly why I love this system, because the use of gravity. The use of gravity is so much better than the use of a pump and a level sensor. Why that is mainly for the fact that you're not relying on hoping your pump doesn't fail or hoping your level reader isn't clogged with salt, and, you know, having that potential of forgetting to check those things. With this system, they're not even a part of the factor anymore, so as long as you have water in your bucket and you have a siphon in your line, you're good. And to be quite honest, if you're going to have to top up your bucket once a week, so you're going to know that information. Now, why a top-up system might be important for most, if not all, is to keep your salinity at a designated level. I run mine at a 1.026. By having my RO system always topping up my tank, I'm consistently at that level. When you're consistently at one salinity, it's one factor you no longer have to think about when it comes to dosing your calcium, magnesium, and alkalinity, or anything else beyond those. Mainly for the fact that most companies manufacture those things at a specific gravity. So knowing where your specific gravity is will help you when it comes to dosing. And we all know that's one of the biggest headaches in this hobby, is dosing and testing and water changes, which I will be covering in the next few weeks. Speaking of the things I will be covering in the next few weeks, I am going to be starting a little 10-gallon. Not exactly sure on how I want to aquascape it, but I do know that I'm going to be having a deep sand bed in it, some old sand with it, and a recycled tank. So let's call it the Ghetto Tank Project. I will keep you guys posted on that as it, you know, slowly comes closer to date. But in the next few weeks, I'm hopefully going to have a few different topics for you guys that get a little bit more in depth in the things that I struggled with when starting off in this hobby. These first couple videos are for more the advanced hobbyist, but I hope we all can take some tips from it.